the new moon in the zodiac sign of Pisces. What is the message? What is the energy? That Spirit wants you to focus on. This is the last new moon in the Western zodiac signs, because the next one is the astrological year starts with the new moon in Aries that we will have in April. So, what is the new moon all about? Of course, again, set new intentions, start new projects, a new beginning either way. Ask yourself, what new beginnings are you ready to embrace or embark upon? So, Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, and if you know a little bit about mythology, you know that Neptune is the god that rules the sea. And the sea is, of course, in combined with tarot, it's associated with our emotions. So Pisces is a very loving energy. They are very emotional. They have psychic abilities, and they are very empathic. So one of the quantities of Pisces is that they can be a little daydreaming. So dream big, but when you come to Aries season, of course you have to initiate your dream. You can't still sit and wait for your dream to come true. You have to do something to initiate your dream to come true. So let's flip the camera around as always and look at the cards. What is the message from Spirit? So what I didn't say in the intro is that it's a beautiful energy with this new moon, because first of all we are entering into spring equinox or equinox period. For those of you living in the southern hemisphere, of course, it's the autumn equinox, but for us living here in the north, it's springtime, and of course that is a beautiful energy associating with a new beginning. And yeah, and we exit the day after. On the 20th, we exit Mercury retrograde. So two beautiful things happening at three beautiful things happening at the same time: new moon, spring equinox, and exiting Mercury retrograde. So it's like, you know, a Kinder egg. Fulfilling three wishes at the same time. That was the slogan one time. Okay, here we have the cards. This card is written in Spanish, but I will translate it as best as possible. Ooh. Light of the moon, emotions. That was an easy one. So it's interesting that I talked about Neptune, and he was in Roman mythology. Neptune is the Roman god for ruler of the sea. And I remember when I think about this, I remember the Flying Dutchman, the adventure about the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman that was that cursed the god Neptune, and cursed the ruler of the sea, and was condemned to sail forever on the seven seas without finding peace, without coming into harbor. So I remember a children's book about this saga, and it was a sea creature that went to in the book it was a queen. He went to the queen of the sea and asked the queen, why can't you pardon the Dutch sailor, because you know he said those words in a time where he was frustrated, he was angry, and now he has sailed on the seven seas for centuries. And please, Queen of the Sea, why can't you pardon him, and so that he can find peace within himself and enter into the final harbor? So there is something about releasing your emotions that is or enlighten your emotions with the light of the moon. It's not easy to light up your emotions when it's dark, right? Because the new moon is the dark moon. It's total black, because it's covered with the shadow from the earth. So how can you enlighten your shadows, enlighten your emotions when it's dark? Okay, let's see. Listening with your heart, yes. Again, emphasizing on emotions. So even though it's dark, it's something about listening with your heart, emphasizing on your heart, emphasizing on releasing your emotions. Trust the messages that that speaks from your heart, and that of course the messages from the heart is your intuition and your emotions. And that is absolutely very much associated with the zodiac Pisces, because Pisces is, as I said, extremely intuitive. They are extremely emotional, they are extremely loving. So yeah, let's look at the last one, launching your journey. Yes, so what I said in the intro about daydreaming, go from daydreaming and into initiation now, with finishing the chapter with Pisces being the last of the Western zodiac signs. Finishing a chapter and be ready now. Be prepared, pack your bags to enter into this new energy when we enter into Aries season. It's very much aligned, these cards today. It's really really, really interesting. I don't think I have had so aligned cards. Or maybe I haven't been aligned. I don't know. Okay, Knight of Cups. Yes, working with your emotions. Maybe you should work with your emotions through music, expressing yourself through music. That is very interesting because I suddenly, before I started this reading, I heard within my mind a singer-songwriter from my home country, and of course he writes lyrics in my native tongue. So so yeah, but the song is all about finding yourself, right? It's all about finding yourself, and one part of the lyrics, the lyric in this song is he's writing. I should have used my time on other things other than playing and writing songs about nothing. But you know, when he has written a song, he actually hasn't. He has not done nothing. He has done a lot, because he has released his emotions, and he has been thinking about how to put these lyrics into place so it would rhyme, right? So either maybe writing or releasing through music, releasing through something creative. You have a creative creature here. You have something that looks like painting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Can I get some more information about what to focus on throughout the new moon in Pisces? Can we get one more card, please? Thank you. This reminds me of you know, what is it called? Yeah, barrier reefs. Barrier reefs, coral reefs, barrier reefs, coral reefs that we have under the sea. And this again emphasizes to me the analogy that I told you about the Flying Dutchman that had sailed centuries without without getting rest, because he once upon a time cursed the sea, cursed King Neptune. But in the fairy tale, that the children's book that I told you about, he was pardoned by the Queen of the Sea. So he finally got to rest. So he finally got to his destination. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Four of Wands. Again, finding your destination. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Four of Cups. And Death. Another 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. So 4, 4, 4. This is highly guided by... This is highly guided by the angels. There is a transformation going on. By releasing your emotion, acknowledging your emotions, the Four of Cups is about not being focused, not being attentive enough of the healing process, I feel here, because usually it's depicted with a person sitting in a meditative state of mind, and he's only focused on the 3 cups that has been spilled, and he's not attentive about the 4th cup with emotions that with new emotions that the universe is serving him. So by doing this, I feel that this listening with your heart and of emphasizing on your emotions throughout this new moon in Pisces, you know, by expressing yourself through music, or expressing yourself through lyrics, or expressing yourself through painting or other creative things. Or of course it can be just going to a therapist and talk about what's on your mind. That is when you acknowledge and put an end. Maybe you get an aha moment. Maybe you get an aha moment so that you start to pack your bags, because you finally understand. With the Flying Dutchman, maybe you finally understand that whatever you did that time, you have had so long time to heal, to reflect on your situation, and you finally understand. And that is what happened with the Flying Dutchman in that children's book, that he was tired of never finding peace. He was tired and he regretted the words that he spoke from a harsh point of view, that he didn't acknowledge the consequences of his words at that time. And of course, when you curse a god when you curse a god, of course the punishment is much more harder, and you have to repeat the cycle over and over and over again. And that is, of course, what many of us are doing here on earth. We are repeating we get a chance. We get the chance to experience the same thing over and over again, and we get a chance to react and respond in a different way. So enough is enough with that sea creature that took his time and to talk to the Flying Dutchman. At first he was afraid. He was afraid of the Flying Dutchman because it was scary, first of all, and he was just a small sea creature. And yeah, but when he took his time to talk to the Flying Dutchman, he understood that he wasn't as scary as he thought in the beginning. Okay, interesting reading. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I wish you all the best throughout this period of time. Close this chapter now, pack your bags, and be ready to enter into the new energy with when entering into Aries season. Okay, have a nice day, and I see you again in another reading very soon. Bye for now.